Sunday morning, bright and early, heading to Home Talk, like every Sunday. Back-to-back meetings all day. Pretty great meetings, actually. And tonight, wedding. This week is jam-packed, beginning to end. Great meetings planned, DLD week, big conference in Israel once a year. All in all, pretty pumped about this week. Now headed to Joseph's Burger in the Jerusalem marketplace to meet Elan Zivotofsky, VC, old family friend. The burgers there are ridiculous.
What's happening? Hello? Ready for some burgers?
Hells yeah. How's that burger?
Awesome burger. Best burger in Israel.
I think so.
Totally.
I don't know, but I would imagine, I don't eat non-kosher, neither do you. I would imagine if you could put butter on the burger, it might taste better.
Maybe. If you're into cheeseburgers, but this is pure
You
meat.
eating a Crave?
Great, yeah.
You know the Sam I Am, the fake cheeseburgers?
Fake cheeseburger.
Oh, mind blown. Anyway, all right, who are you?
Elan Zivotofsky.
How long do you know my family?
I was your brother's roommate
Wow.
in 1989.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Like I was like in diapers then.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so
Known your family since then. Been in Israel for celebrating 20 years right now. Been in Israel 20 years.
so nice. Where are you from in the States?
Grew up in Southern California, Santa Barbara.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quite a transition to Jerusalem.
Big difference. Probably if I didn't want to live in Jerusalem, I wouldn't live anywhere else other than Santa Barbara. But
So I always say I would never leave Israel, but if I would leave Israel, either Palo Alto or Shanghai.
Shanghai, really?
Oh, I love Shanghai. Oh my God, I'm in love with that place.
So I say Santa Barbara or maybe somewhere in the Canadian Rockies.
Yeah, there's that. All right, so give me your background. What's your story?
Background, worked on Wall Street for about 5 years in equity research. Got lucky enough to get offered a position here in Israel with Goldman Sachs in 1997. Came to Israel, right? The early days, what's now called the Startup Nation. Back then it was just called Israel and Technology.
Just tech.
Yeah. Wrote equity research on Israeli technology companies. Was involved with IPOs of companies like Checkpoint, Amdocs, some of the biggies.
Wow.
And been involved in the finance side of Israel Tech ever since.
Serious stuff.
Serious stuff, fun stuff.
So you'd say you're more of a finance guy, though?
Finance side, finance guy, investment guy. Love the investment side of funding companies, and love watching Israeli companies grow and become global.
There you go.
And they need money to do it.
Very important what you just said. I don't think enough people emphasize that. You know, I once interviewed Mark Andreessen on VentureBeat, and we were tweeting back and forth, and he said Israeli companies sell too early. You know, and that's kind of become the stereotype. I think it's changing now, but it's important that you're emphasizing building big, sustainable, global companies as opposed to exits.
Yeah, and I think that's something I've seen over the last 20 years. I think if you go back to like the late 90s, early 2000s, it was absolutely the case that Israeli companies, A, didn't know how to be global, and B, didn't think that way.
Yeah,
and
mindset.
Now I think you've seen them, A, raising enough money to do it, and thinking long term to get there. I had my own hedge fund for a couple of years.
Okay.
Until a few months ago, I was one of the founding partners at Our Crowd.
The world's largest equity crowdfunding platform?
The largest equity crowdfunding platform. We funded over 100 companies in 5 years.
Some very hot companies, I might add.
Some great companies. In the
Like Prove. Yes.
Like Prove, a bunch of others.
A lot of companies.
Cross-sector, cross-stage.
Love it. What were you doing there, by the way? You were in charge of?
I was in charge of of investments. So head of investments, ran a team of about 12 people. Everything from sourcing the deals, diligencing the deals, executing the deals,
Love it. Okay.
getting them done.
And now?
So now I recently joined a fund called Lazarus Partners, based in Denver of all places.
How big is the fund?
The fund's 170 million, growing. It's an open-ended greenfield fund.
Love it.
Dedicated to investing just in Israel.
Love it.
And a couple of things that characterize or make us unique. One, we invest both in private VC companies and publicly traded companies, something kind of unique.
Very unique in Israel.
And we invest across stage, so kind of give you early Series A all the way up to later stage.
What's the minimum, though, in terms of stage?
I'd say Series A with some traction.
Pre-monetization's cool.
Pre-monetization's fine. We're looking for great teams, something really we think is unique and differentiated, and something that can go really big. That's what we think about it.
Okay. That means you're willing to take risks, though.
Definitely willing to take risks, take big bets.
It's also uncommon.
I think so. I think we're willing to do things that typical Israeli VCs won't, especially in sectors that aren't necessarily touched by Israeli VCs. And because we're cross-stage, we can be a lot more flexible in terms of the check size we write at that stage.
Love it.
A couple things we're looking at, just says cyber, automotive sector, very focused on autonomy.
What about the intersection between cyber and automotive?
Absolutely. Great company in Israel that actually I'm not invested in now, but at Our Crowd invested in Argus.
Best.
Great one.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Portfolio today is about 13 companies.
Wow.
and growing.
Amazing.
And we like to be active with our companies, boards, observers, but don't have to be. Depends on if it's the right
And
thing.
you could lead.
We can definitely lead.
Love it. Amazing.
Yeah.
How do people contact you if they want to send you their deck?
You can email me. It's the best way to do it. Elan, Z-E-L-A-N-Z at Lazarus.
Whoa, you gotta slow down. E-L-A-N.
E-L-A-N-Z.
Yeah, that's in zebra.
Z is zebra at Lazarus investmentpartners.com. I'll send it to you.
All right, so let's just real quick. E-L-A-N-Z
Yeah.
at L-A-Z-A
RUSIP.com.
.com. Love it.
It's a great way to do it.
Send it on your decks.
You can also find me on Twitter, LinkedIn.
It's all over the place. And,
Yeah.
and you're an impactful VC, but you're a relatively small team. You're the man on the ground here, so you can make decisions, you can move fast.
Yeah.
And you're looking at big bets, you're looking at hot companies that could potentially impact the global markets. So I'd say send the guys some decks.
Love to see deal flow. We want to see everything, even if it's not right for us. We'll let you know quickly. And I think, as you said, we can get the decisions, I'd say, in a matter of weeks, not months. That's how we think about
I
it.
mean, another big differentiator. Awesome.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Awesome.
Own it.
Thanks a lot, man.
I'm just gonna say right now, one day I will own this car. I'm a simple guy. I don't need a Rolls Royce, just a Lexus. Wedding time, going to my friend Sean Lewin's wedding. Amazing guy, amazing entrepreneur. I love weddings. See you tomorrow.